Morning, ma'am.
How are you?
Fine, ma'am.
Aditya will just wait 2 more minutes for everyone.
Yeah. Ma'am, I had a doubt for 2022 paper. Okay, I wanted to ask you, can I do it now or should I do it after that?
Do it now. Nobody's here.
Ma'am, I don't know if you have seen the 2022 IPM at Indore paper or not, but there was a question based on in the verbal ability section. There was a question based on inference evidence. So, which statement provides main preliminary evidence and which statement provides supplementary evidence? I'll just share the exact wording of the question with you. So the question was, consider the two following findings. Non.
Yes, Aditya. The question says.
Yeah, the question says, consider two findings. Consider the following two findings: non-climacteric fruits tend. So there was a passage before this.
Best would be from chats, because this way it's difficult to see the primary evidence and the secondary evidence which you expect.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Aditya, I think there was internet issues. So what you can do is you can just put it on chat and let me respond.
No, am I audible to you now?
Yes, you're audible. Very much audible. Thank you.
Yeah. So the question, okay, there was a passage, verbal ability reading comprehension passage, and there was this question in the follow-up to the passage. It said, consider the following two findings. Non-climacteric fruits tend to have vivid colors. Statement 1 and statement 2. 36 varieties of climacteric and non-climacteric fruits were eaten predominantly either by ground dwellers or by arboreal or aerial animals respectively. So there are four options. A, both findings 1 and 2 provide supplementary evidence. Option B was finding 1 provides main evidence and finding 2 provides supplementary evidence. Option 3 was finding one provides supplementary, two provides main, and option 4 was both the options provide supplementary. So I wanted to know what is the meaning of main evidence and supplementary evidence.
Okay, so main evidence would be something which is there on the text. Like for example, if there is this content, however, to understand the answer, I need to read. Okay, well, this thing I cannot answer. However, just to give you information, so main would be which is there, and the supplementary would be which is interpreted. Okay, so which is not there exactly as in word to word, but it is being interpreted. So that becomes a supplementary evidence. So that is the logic which we usually do. However, if you put the question on chat, or if you tell us that what's the source, we can read the question and then can respond. All of us can do that. That way, it's easy to answer.
This was a part of a verbal ability passage. I can share the passage if you want.
Okay, you may share the passage, or do you think it's that? I think it's a Indore-based question. I've heard this question. I've read this question somewhere.
It was in 2022 paper.
Yes, I think this is the one. Am I right? Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
I think this is the one because I also read this question somewhere about the evidence and all. But if you find it over here, it's good. If you don't find it over here, then you can just put the picture over on the chats and then we can do that. Something like this, you can work it out. I think it's all science fiction. Can't see them. Industrialization. Can't see like this. I think we have to go through one by one question. If it's not there, so by 10:45, I think you share the question. Okay, if you don't come across. Put it on chat and we can do it. Does it make sense to you?
Okay, ma'am. You want me to share what exactly?
Yeah. If we know the rules, then it's easier.
I have the whole passage and the question with me.
Perfect. So you put it on.
Oh, you want me to? I'll screen share one moment.
Yeah. Because it's very hard. Hi, Sadhana. Satvika, are you there? Agrima? Agrima, Pahi, how are you girls?
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. Good morning. I'm fine, ma'am. And really sorry for joining this late. Today I had some network issue. Yesterday in maths also this happened.
No problem. Pahi and Agrima, would that be possible for you to switch on your camera? Disconnect.
Yes, ma'am. I'll just turn it on in a minute.
Sure, thank you. And Satvika, if you could also switch on your camera, please. Okay, so there is a question from Agrima, Adesh, Paki, Satvika, everyone. Please keep your cameras on. Aditya has brought a question, okay, where he would want to understand that is discussed basically about the primary evidence as well as the secondary evidence. So I'll just give you the hint. Primary would basically revolve around what is already mentioned in the paragraph. Okay, that's primary, the basic evidence. The way this is the way we do history also. Like just to give you an easy example. Like for example, when the history is written, the source. We have two types of sources, like primary sources and the secondary sources. Okay, Adesh and Navima, please switch on your camera. And we have primary source and secondary sources. Primary source is something which is available, very much available. Basic source, like a manuscript, like an archaeological evidence, something like that. That's known as primary source. A secondary is being written by someone, right? Like for example, I heard a travel log. I read a travel log. So written by someone. So it may come under a secondary source. So that would be a judging aspect over here also, that the primary which is available, it's mentioned, and the secondary which is just being interpreted or reflected over. Are we clear with this? So that's just in Satvika, are you clear with this? Okay, so this is just a hint towards the question which Aditya is putting across. Aditya, may I just question, is it question number 4 which you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can we read the passage, please, to answer this question? Or this is the only one? Just one second. Answer the following.
Read the passage, but it'll take 10-15 minutes. I'll scroll it up. Everybody can read it.
Yes, please. Okay, Satvika, you may read the first paragraph loudly, then Agrima, Pahi, let's get involved, and then let's find out.
Bananas, apples, and avocados continue to ripen after they are picked. Cherries, blackberries, and grapes do not. The difference between climacteric fruits, the former, and non-climacteric fruits, the latter, matters to the fruit growers and greengrocers, who must make sure their wares are in tip-top condition when they arrive at the marketplace. But how those differences originally came about remains unclear.
So the first passage, Satvika, what are we talking about? In
We're
short,
talking about the two categories that fruits are classified into, which is climacteric and non-climacteric fruits, and what it basically means.
yes, but this is important. The last line, Satvika, then how those differences originally came about remains unclear. We are not sure. Yes, so we have to focus on this aspect. Okay, Pahi, you may read the second, please.
Two biologists of the University of Tokyo offer a suggestion. Fruits they observe exist to solve a problem faced by all plants, how best to spread their progeny around. Wrapping their seeds in a sugary pulp to provide a tasty meal serves as a way to get animals to do this for them. They do, however, need to make sure that their fruits favor the animals most likely to do the distributing. The biologist's purpose that climaterism or its absence is a way to achieve this. If ground dwelling animals are the main distributors, then the counting rapid of pollen fruits, that is climaterism, is beneficial. If by contrast those distributors are arboreal or aerial, so can feed on unfallen fruit, then non-climateric fruits will do.
Yes, in short, Pahi. Can you see the second line? This is important. That is how best to spread their progeny around. This is one. And then the second one, the biologist's purpose that propose that climaterism or its absence, that is through this we may achieve it. Okay, and they also talk about feed on an unfallen fruit. Okay, then that's the reason that it may do well, that is non-climatic foods will do well. Are we clear till here? Easy? Okay. Agrima, to test their idea, what did they do?
Like I have to read from there, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. To test their idea, the two researchers studied 80 varieties of fruits and noted which animals each depended on for its propagation. Uh, 35 of these fruits eaten by both ground-dwelling animals and arboreal or aerial animals were non-climacteric. Further, 15 of the 19 varieties eaten principally by ground dwellers were climacteric, while 21 of the 26 fed on by arboreal or aerial animals were non-climacteric.
This is the second, third line would be the first. Okay. Can you scroll down, please, Aditya? So let's just interpret because the paragraph is very long, passage is very long. The fourth one, it basically talks about the correlation that how it is, non-climatic foods. It's about tend to have vivid colors, and then how do they stand out, from there, and then they're better camouflaged and harder to spot when it is fallen to ground. So that's the limitation. The last limitation is your contaminated the sample, selective breeding. The next step therefore should be the analysis of biofuels. Perfect. So are we all clear till here? Passage is clear, no? Now let's look at the question. Which one of the following options are there? Aditya, scroll down, please. Questions. First question, Aditya. Let them also understand the whole passage. First question. Yeah. I think this is easy. Who will guess? Agrima? Just the meaning. The words were used over here.
Ma'am, I'm actually not sure of the meaning of the word arboreal.
But my dear, even if you look at the words, you can guess, the meaning. Because every option doesn't support the meaning. I'm right.
Yeah, then I think C.
Tree dwelling and disguised. Okay. Satvika, what's your answer?
My answer is C as well, tree dwelling and disguised.
Yes. Pahi? C? Aditya? Adesh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
C.
ma'am.
Adesh, how about you?
Yes, ma'am. C.
According to the passage, the interest and the difference between this is in the, what is the basic interest difference? Satvika, did you see public health anywhere?
No, I think it can be commercial context because the people who supply the fruits have to make changes depending upon their nature.
Okay, that's your opinion. Agrima?
Yes, ma'am, I agree.
Makes sense. Pahi, what do you think? Adesh, Pahi, same? Aditya, same?
Yes, ma'am.
I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
Satvika, this is known as the secondary evidence, which you said it, because you interpreted the evidence. Okay, so that's
No, it is mentioned clearly in the passage, in the second paragraph, I guess. They mention wheres. Ma'am, I can't hear you actually.
Are you sure? Because I missed that part.
No, yes, it is mentioned. It is mentioned that these differences have to be considered by the suppliers because they have to maintain their wares.
Okay, if you read it, so it makes sense. Okay. Question number 3, that's the main point of the writer makes, is that fruit bearing plants are I think this is very, very easy. It's mentioned primary. What do you think, guys? Agrima?
I think option D.
Not just consuming vehicles. Okay. Satvika? Pahi? Satvika, guess. It's okay to guess.
I think it's option D. Because there is a mention that there's a narrow scope of fruits being analyzed right now. And I think there's an indirect mention to the fact that we need to go deeper into the analysis done.
Did you also read that somewhere it was written about not protected thing than other plant species and can propagate easily? I don't think so, not this. Something else was there, huh? In somewhere in fruit bearing and something, the plants, something was there.
In option A, the thing is propagate easily is given in the passage, but we skimmed through it, so not sure if the better protected than other plant is mentioned or not. If it's mentioned, then we can go with A, but if it's not, then D is our best.
Yeah, I remember reading the second part, but not sure of the first part. So, Pahi, what's your answer? Pahi, A, B, C, D. It's okay to guess, Pahi. It's absolutely okay. Now, Adesh. Aditya. Sorry, Adesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Aditya, did you read the first part anywhere for part A? Better protected than any other plant species?
No, ma'am. It is not mentioned anywhere.
Not mentioned, huh? So part D. Aditya, I'm asking your answer.
Ma'am, I think it's option C.
C. Did you read this? Same problems as other plants is it mentioned?
Yes, ma'am.
Can we relook it? Where did you read this?
Sure.
Same problems as other plants. Important. Strong combination. Numbers.
Ma'am,
Ma'am, the point that I was talking about is the first sentence of the last paragraph. The main limitation.
ma'am,
You can go there also. Yes, please.
ma'am, I'm referring to the first line of the second para.
Matters to your universe. Let's make sure that there's a comprehension right at the marketplace. I think how does that make sense, other than I'm not getting it. Which sentence?
Fruits exist to solve a problem faced by all plants. How best to spread their progeny around. So it's mentioned how different types of plants solve the problem.
Okay. And Satvika, what are you talking about?
The last paragraph, first sentence, actually. Can you scroll, Aditya?
Yes, Aditya. Aditya, scroll down, please. Limitation.
Yeah, it says the main limitation of their work is that they looked at fruits eaten by people. This has contaminated the sample, and the next step should be to analyze wild fruits. I think that is where I formed the opinion that the answer would be D option.
Analysis of white. Okay. Aditya, can you just please scroll down a bit for the question again? The main point we really studied rather than propagate easily. Same approach. Okay, let's just find out the wrong ones. Okay, which are the wrong ones? B part. What do you guys think?
B and C both are wrong because it says about the propagation not, like cannot, not supported or not studied accurately. So obviously B and C both are wrong. A and D was the confusion, but A nowhere is mentioned about better protection, so we need to go with D.
Better protect. Yes, the word. Yes. Only that is, I think, is the problem. Not just
Yeah, plus as Satvika pointed out, for D we have the evidence also. So D is the best answer.
Satvika, do you agree with this logic?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. Question number 4. Consider the following two findings. First one, tend to have vivid colors. I think this is mentioned, right? Remember? I remember that this is written. 36 varieties of this were eaten, ground dwellers or aerial animals. I think this was mentioned. Was the 36 word mentioned?
35 was mentioned.
35 was mentioned. Okay, I
Yes.
don't remember the number. Okay, 35 was mentioned. So same thing. Were eaten.
No, actually, the paragraph said that 35 variety was non-climacteric, if I'm not wrong about it.
Shall we see that once? Otherwise,
Yes, it said 35 were non-climacteric. Out of 26, 19 were eaten by arboreal animals, something like that.
okay, so that means this one would not be the primary evidence. Huh? This one would not be the right.
Maybe it was mentioned somewhere else, 36, but as far as I remember, it was 35 only.
Okay. Can you just see the options once? Aditya, please scroll up. Up. We need to see the options. Okay, you want to
So when you're saying up, you mean down, right?
study their 80 varieties, animals, each dependent on propagation, 35 is
Ma'am,
Yes, please.
when you are saying scroll up, you mean scroll down, right? Or I'm not getting you.
Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
Because you keep saying scroll down and then
Okay, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, to test the researchers added 80 varieties of fruits, noted which animals fruits. I think yes, the 35 thing is mentioned. 36. Let us see. Okay.
But yes, ma'am, no.
No.
Nothing. Okay, yeah, no, I got it. The number 15 and 21 adds up to 36, if that is something that they're talking about. Like 15 out of 19, 15, and 21 out of 26 21 adds up to 36. If maybe that is the part that they're talking about.
Yeah, no, what she's saying is right because in the question it mentions the arboreal, aerial, and the ground dwellers inclusive, and over here when you add the separately, you'll get 36.
Yes, agreed.
So can we just look at the question once, Aditya, please? Scroll down. Thank you. Consider the following two findings, that is, most findings to provide supplementary evidence confirming the hypothesis. Main evidence for the hypothesis provides evidence in finding. This is finding of supplementary evidence. What do you guys think? Don't you think it provides the main evidence? What's your opinion?
Are we sure that non-climacteric fruits have vivid colors, or was it climacteric fruits?
Oh, that means you're saying that if we're not sure, so it may have to go into the category of supplementary. That's what you mean?
I think so. But I wanted to ask, in questions like this, do we need to make sure that the statements we choose are in line with the what do we call it? With the hypothesis that the biologists are forming? Because what is the hypothesis that they're forming? That they need to look into more wild fruits. Is that what it is?
Yes. See, this
Okay.
is, we are here just identifying that if it is actually the main source or the author is in doubt. This is what we are identifying. Okay, so that means it becomes a supplementary or the main evidence. So that's our logic.
Okay.
Please figure out. So I think it is the main evidence. What do you think, Vani, Agrima, Sathika? What's your opinion?
Yes, ma'am.
You also think so? Okay.
Yeah. If you if Aditya doesn't mind, could you scroll up once? I mean, I just want to check one thing. Yeah, that's,
Oh, reading online is too difficult.
yeah. I agree. I just want to check that non-climacteric one is there.
Is there?
Yeah.
Sathika, any other opinion you have, or do you agree with that?
Do we know what the answer is?
Yeah, main evidence one, whichever it is, A, B, C, D, and C.
Answer for
Yes, Aditya. She's asking.
which question are we discussing? Ma'am,
Yes, please.
which question are we discussing now?
Question number 4.
Yeah, the answer is option 2 provides the main evidence and option 1 provides the supplementary evidence.
That is your which one? I think part D, you mean?
Yes, ma'am.
No, but you said option 1 provides main and option 2 provides supplementary. So that's option C, I think.
No, option 1 is supplementary.
So 1 is supplementary.
Okay, so you see, this one, so Satvika pointed out that it is mentioned about 36 varieties. Right, Satvika? Because
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
already calculated, so it automatically becomes main. But
Even this vivid colors is mentioned. When we went back, I just rechecked and it was there.
I don't know. I think this is problem 10 to have. 10 to have is little a problem over here. Because what we can understand from here is that it is not 10 to have is something like it may have. You getting my point what I'm trying to say?
But I think they use the words tend to have even in the passage. I think.
We need to work on this word 10 to have. Because 10 to have is something it's like it's not very sure thing. Because we found out something from, like for example, we found it somewhere and somewhere someone said it that it may have 10 to have. It's not necessarily it has.
That's no, but it can be a fact that like some fruits tend to have vivid colors because like there might be some composition like mineral or something that makes them have that. So like it could be a like a valid, legit
It,
source that it tends to
mm,
have.
yeah, what it can possibly be is that for 90% of non-climacteric fruits or for non-climacteric fruits, they will have vivid colors because of some composition, as you said. But there might be a few species of fruits which don't. And maybe that is why they said tend to have, because that is one factor that we cannot use to classify all of the fruits in. Maybe that is why they consider it as supplementary.
Possible. Because this is the only logic which I can place right now, because otherwise I would have just gone with the main evidence. But this tend to have a little, I mean, little tricky right now. This tend to have something what you are putting up a logic over here. You know, you're trying to prove that things. That's the only reason. But Agrima also makes sense that if this word is mentioned in the paragraph, so how can it be the supplementary part? So it also makes sense over here. Okay, so this is I would just go with Agrima, what Satvika is saying. I mean, just for the reason because it talks in terms of the evidence, it talks in terms of a source. Because in historical terms also we do it like this. Like for example, if I as a historian have to identify a primary source or a secondary source in history, I may not go with the word tend. Okay, because it's something which is not proven, not sure. And so that is the only reason that I'm, saying my own thing wrong. That is the main evidence. I also pointed out. So that's the logic. I mean, if you all have the same thing or any other opinion, any other opinion you have?
No, ma'am.
Aditya, what we can do is today we can identify some more questions like this: primary evidence and secondary evidence. Okay, so that will
You
give us.
want me to arrange these questions?
You have it.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Can you repeat yourself? I couldn't hear you the first time.
No, I'm saying that let's do some more questions like this. Okay, which talks about the main evidence and the supplementary evidence. It should give us more practice.
But I don't have any other question. I wanted to know what these two sentences or these two keywords mean.
Yeah, that's what we were explaining. We discussing Aditya. The
Yeah,
supplement
and I'm saying that apart from this, I don't have any
doubt.
other example of these
No problem.
supplementary and main evidence.
No problem, Aditya. What we'll do is when we do this IPM indoor paper, so I'm sure that part must be having it. It's for sure if that has come in your exam. Okay, so we can look on those questions or we can look at those widely. Because in the UT book we didn't find it. Okay, so I'm sure we'll find it because there are no other sources as such because UT has combined all the sources. Okay, so let's just see if we get it. So that's the thing. Are we clear? Shall we move further? Or bless you, Satvika.
So you
Okay.
can move on.
Okay, so shall we do the paper or how do you guys want to do it? Shall we start with the paper or do you want to finish the UP book first? How do you guys want it? It can be anything, any which way.
I'm fine with anything.
Can we start with paper first? Like we'll do one paper, time ourselves, and then we'll do the reading comprehensions, something like that.
I am okay. How do you guys want it? Agrima, are you okay with that? Parthi, Adish. Okay, so we can go ahead with those things. Am I sharing the screen?
No, ma'am. I stopped sharing.
Oops. Okay. Today Satvika is also not there. Share screen. Yeah, can you all see that? Okay, so this is, you can just see over here how many number of questions we usually get. Okay, just to give you a brief idea, that is we have done sentence completion, Arrangement, RC has a lot of weightage, please see that, 8 to 10. And your, you know it, because in RC anyways, the questions will be more. Okay, and phrase substitution, in antonyms, fill in the blanks then. So we can start with the first question and we need to time it out. Okay, so it has 40 questions. It is usually suggested that you take 40 minutes. Usually, a usual suggestion is 40 minutes and 1 minute to each question. Rather, it's just a suggestion that instead of taking 60 seconds to each question, let's give 40 seconds to each question. Okay, so that we have things in hand, we have some time in hand. In case you're spending, like for example, questions like this, secondary, primary takes more time. Okay, so we can distribute it in such a way. Can we start? It's exact 10:41. Come on, question number 1. You just have to write the option in your notebook, A, B, C, D, and then we shall discuss.
Ma'am, could you scroll down?
Till 6 is done, right? This is the 7th question.
Could you show the 8th question as well?
So,
Ma'am, could you scroll down a little?
Yes.
Just no, I want to see the options. It wasn't.
Option of 8th question.
Yeah, could you scroll down to the 9th?
Ma'am, I haven't solved Q9. Can you go up? Or you can zoom out a little bit. You can press the minus. Ma'am, hello.
Yes, please.
I'm telling her that you can scroll. No, I'm the minus button, not the plus. The minus button, the subtraction button. No,
You-
ma'am, you are zooming in. Yeah,
It's okay?
one more time.
Done?
Yeah.
Ma'am, do you mind scrolling down a little?
Agrima, were you saying something?
Yes, ma'am, I didn't realize you weren't there. I just said, could you scroll down a little?
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
yeah, thank you.
And can you scroll up?
Yes, please. 15 and start.
No, 14, 15.
Okay, this one.
Yeah. So ma'am, can you press the minus sign again, because
Minus sign.
Yeah.
And how will you guys read it? I'm okay.
one, I think you can zoom in once,
Yeah.
because you don't have to scroll up and down again and again.
Is that okay? No.
Yeah, one more zoom. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Ma'am, is this just the PDF of our textbook?
I'm sorry, is this PDF the textbook?
Yeah.
No, my dear. This is another textbook. This is this one. Wiley, the exam expert by Sarfaraz Yusuf. This is not a
All right.
yeah. That's why I can. Do you want me to scroll down?
Yes, ma'am. If everyone's fine with it, then
14, 15 are done now.
Yeah.
Can you see that? You guys have to tell me when I have to scroll down because your speed, everyone is different.
Could you scroll down a little? No, actually, no.
Oops. Is this till here it's done?
Yes, ma'am.
21, 22, 23, everything done until 27.
No, no, no. Like I'm not done yet.
Okay, so I'll just wait for everyone. Adesh, you're doing right. Paki,
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
okay. Just let me know.
I'm really sorry, but could you scroll up a little? The thing is, 21's question was down and the options are up. So
People carry on. That's really. Do you want me to scroll up more?
no, no, no. Could you scroll down if you don't mind?
Oh, I can. Is that?
No, I just need to do these.
So I go scroll down, guys.
Can you scroll up for
Yeah. If you guys need your own convenience, what I can do is, I mean, if this doesn't suit you well, so what I can do is I can email it to you right now. And you all can open your email and do it. What do you want, how, if you want that? I'm okay in doing that.
But then you'll have.
I
Do you
think this
have
is a
all of our
part of our
emails?
textbook. I think I've done this somewhere in our.
What did you say?
I think this is a part of our textbook. I have done this somewhere in our UT book.
Is it?
Yeah, these are the practice exercises in the last of the part 2, volume 2.
So then in that case, shall we come to the UT one?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Yeah. Are you sure? Just go through this one also.
Yes, ma'am. I think this is.
Even this one. Check this. So everything UT book has sourced out. Everything is covered. I mean.
Yes, this is there in the volume 2 as well, page number 167.
Then what makes sense is that let's just go to the UP book, finish those. If we find that something, because all of us will finish, so find something is not, then we just go through these and then get back. Does it make sense? Why do you just unnecessarily pressurize your eyes also? You just read like this. Okay, Agrima, Pahi, everyone, please go to page number 163 of UT book, Agrima. One six three, guys. Agrima, you heard me? Pahi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's start to page number 163 quickly. Okay, and it is 11:04. Target maximum till 11:35. Maximum.
But ma'am, we just did practice exercise 1.
Practice exercise 1.
Yeah, we just did this on the with the soft copy.
But my dear, you didn't finish that. So till 14, you can quickly mark in your textbook. Okay. And rest of, okay, then okay, I understood what you said. Till 11:20 should be our target. I understood. Okay, this 14 you guys have already done.
Yeah, attendance schedule नहीं आते
No. Oh yeah. Sorry. It's in the middle of the.
कोई नहीं है ना ऑफलाइन जुलाई में
कल ही सात्विका ने बोल दिया था.
साथी का बोल दिया था ये होस्ट को नहीं आपने
मैं देखा है.
रेखा रेखा मैडम ऑनलाइन फोन ऑफलाइन फोन नहीं है
ऑफलाइन होने में मतलब स्टूडेंट चाहिए.
ऑफलाइन
स्टूडेंट सोल आज नहीं है ना आज क्योंकि सात्विका आती है ना तो शी टोल्ड मी यस्टरडे दैट शी विल बी ऑन. Adesh and Pahi, possible please switch on your camera.
It's on.
Guys, it's 11:18. Come on. How much is done? Done? Good, Agrima. Satvika? Finished? Pahi? Aditya? Adesh? Pahi done?
Almost.
Okay, Pahi, come on, 2 more minutes and then we shall discuss. Okay? And boys and girls, be honest. I need you to mark yourself. Okay? And let's be honest. Shall we start? Okay. Guys, please switch on your camera. Adesh and Aditya.
My camera is switched on, ma'am.
Okay, now it's showing up. Okay, for practice test question number 1. Question number 1, guys. Agrima, Aditya, what's the answer?
Option C, ma'am.
With the workload, easy. The company, please start marking yourself, be honest. Company claims that its employees are highly motivated. Satvika. Satvika.
Yes, option C.
Option C. Ravi was rushed to the office when he met with an accident. Aditya. Aditya
Option D.
was rushing to the office. Okay. Everyone complimented Rajiv for his excellent performance in the test. Pahi.
Ma'am, for the question 3, if the statement was Ravi was rush to the hospital, then we would have used option C, right?
Yes,
Because somebody took him in that case.
yes. Question number 4. Everyone complimented Rajiv for his excellent performance in the test. Five.
B.
Rajiv performed his excellent performance. Yes. Question number 5. The users of the new laptop claim that it's much more better as any of the other laptops. Adesh. Adesh. Adesh isn't here. Satvika.
Option D.
So we are saying that it is much better than any. Perfect. The prolific artist painted less paintings this year than he did last year. Sorry, Agrima.
Could you repeat which question?
Question number 6. Prolific
Yeah,
artist
Option B.
smaller paintings this year than he did last year. Okay. In the following question,
No. I meant option B as in Bombay, fewer.
which option, which question are you talking about?
You said question 6, right?
Prolific artist painted less paintings this year than he did last year. Okay, C you said?
No, B.
Fewer paintings?
Yeah. You asked question 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. B as in Bombay, fewer.
Fewer, yes. Better than lesser. Fewer. Okay. In the following question, first and last part, the rest of the question is split them into this, not in the proper order. Okay. Recent experiment. One of the findings, 727, if he or she, then the ones placed at the front. Okay. Rima. Question number 7.
Option B again.
B. B for Bombay.
Yeah.
Satvika, question number 8. Recently,
Option A.
ASP RQ, recently criticized for association of the S, in which is equation RQ. Question number 9. Aditya, people in medieval time believed that lice were beneficial for their health. Aditya.
Option B.
The lice were another because these are hardly used. Reasoning is sensitive. And question number 10. You are supposed to find which part of the sentence has an error. Okay, moderately exercise is good for the health. Okay. Satvika.
Option B for Bombay. Moderately exercise.
The cost of a year in college these days is greater than a house. Agrima.
Option D as in Delhi.
Cost of a year in college these days. The universe is expanding since the past innumerable years. Aditya.
Option C.
It's same. Oh, okay. No, it's same, right? No change.
Ma'am, the universe has been expanding.
Okay. Is error here. By this time next week, you will have taken 6 classes with me. Agrima.
Option B, no error.
This time next week. They don't have commas. Passage carefully, choose the best option. Satvika, first one. Conclusion.
Option B.
Alcohol can lead to deformation of babies. Okay, Aditya,
Question 14,
yes,
option C.
C. Question number 15,
What is the answer for question number 14? Is it C?
yes. Alcohol, see, I'll be very honest, I've not read the passage.
Okay,
Okay.
but why would option C be a better fit? Because it is given, I think it's stated in this passage that alcohol is not harmful for the pregnant women, but for the baby, for the fetus inside. Because the same amount of alcohol, yeah.
No,
Yeah.
actually, I was just saying the thing is in option B, it says the babies. The thing is, fetus is the technical word that we're looking for. That's why I think B is wrong.
Yes, but deformation of babies might mean that fetus faces some problems, and then when the baby does come out, it comes with a deformation. I think that is because it is given that the same amount of alcohol does not have any harmful effect on the pregnant woman, but it affects the fetus because it is of the same what concentration.
Yeah, actually, initially I thought the same, and even I had ticked B, but then I just realized that if we're going with the that maybe when the baby comes out, it's deformed. We're actually it's not stated directly. But the thing is, with pregnant women, what you're saying is absolutely right about the line being mentioned that the it doesn't affect her as much. But we can. I mean, I thought then that when you think of pregnant women, then the fetus also is kind of like there. So, you can connect the features like, I mean, yeah, you can connect it that way. Because I actually took B, but then I thought that, we can't jump to the assumption that the baby will be deformed. And like, it might be damaged, like, but like, I mean, it was a little confusing one. So I went with C.
Yeah, I agree though. I understand.
Does it make sense? Because it says the last line, what is more, the concentration of alcohol in the fetus is exactly the same as in mother. I think that is what justify the sentence. Okay, question number 15. Satvika?
Question number 15, option B.
Option
B.
okay. Question number 16, Agrima?
Option D for Delhi.
Delhi. Okay. Aditya, question number 17.
Option C.
C. Question number 18. Why the same alcohol does not harm the mother but can harm the fetus? Pahi?
B.
D. A stronger immune system. Okay. Question number 19. Satvika?
Question number 19, C.
C. Question number 20.
D.
Question number 20, guys.
Option D.
C. Okay. 21. Tired of walking for miles and miles. Agrima?
Option D.
Okay. Question number 22. Satvika?
22B.
In addition to the okay. Agrima, Aditya, question number 23.
C.
C, revengeful. Okay, and question number 24. It's easy ones, 24, 25. Tell me quickly, 24, 25.
C and B.
C and B. Okay, best expresses the meaning. Okay, someone who boasts a lot. Pahi.
A.
Okay. Goodwill and brotherhood. Satvika.
Option C.
Goodwill and. Okay. Agrima, an event resulting in great loss of life and property.
Option A.
Second, this guy is not there, Adesh. Okay. Then we have 49 historical buildings, logically appropriate to complete the paragraph. First one, Aditya.
Option C.
And 30th, Aditya.
Yes, ma'am.
Suggest something. 30th. I mean, yes, something. Guess something.
Option B.
Right. Complete the following sentences by choosing the correct phrase and clause from those given below each. Okay, guys, shall we start with this?
No, ma'am. I actually wanted to discuss this.
Yes,
I
please.
looked it up. Question number 14 actually.
Okay.
And it's mentioned in the passage that there is something called as baby born after exposure to alcohol in the first passage, last sentence, fetal alcohol syndrome. And fetal alcohol syndrome is actually, when I looked it up, it's a bone, kidney, etc. disease, which does lead to facial deformations. So I think the option should be B, because I think the point still stands that pregnant women cannot be harmed by alcohol. It is the babies or the fetus who undertakes the harm.
Yeah, I agree.
Alcohol can lead to deformation of babies, right?
Yes.
I think something we went with this only, isn't it?
I thought that we went with the C option actually. That is why.
No, I don't think so. What do you guys say? I think we went with this only because when I read the sentence for you, concentration of the alcohol in the fetus.
Okay then.
Agrima?
And
Yeah.
Sorry, could you repeat? I couldn't hear you.
Were you saying something else with this answer? I think we went.
Yes, ma'am. I initially went with C, but then now that you mentioned about the fetal alcohol syndrome, then yeah, it makes sense to go with the B.
Anything else, guys? Okay.
yeah,
Yes, please.
I also did not correct the option question number 30 correctly. So the last question.
30.
Yes, 30. I marked it as option C, third option, and I don't understand how to, answer this question.
Okay. Every road in railway structure needs a stable embankment for the pavement shall have fully distributed forces applied to the pavement over the subsoil or existing in large deformations. So what are you saying? You're saying option C?
No, I'm not saying that it's the option C. I marked it C because I did not understand how to accurately answer the question. I don't think it's C either.
Okay. So what you need to do is like the first part of the sentence, if you read it, the first part of the paragraph, that is they talk about the stable, and to support this, they say that it should equally distribute the forces, right? And without it would lead to large deformations. So I feel that it cannot be A. Let's talk about the wrong ones. It cannot be A. It cannot be D. Do we all agree with this? A and D
Yes.
is out from this. Options, Agrima, Aditya, are you in? Okay. So now comes to B and C. So for B and C, let's just read the second part. Common improvements achieved through include better soil, swelling, and increases in. I would go with B, saying that because the second part says that how exactly influenced by various factors. So it's not necessarily the one factor; it's rather the other factors also. Now you guys can share your opinion. What is your justification to things? Agrima, what would be your justification?
For this question, the thing is again, it's kind of like the vague logic. I have applied for 14, so here also I thought that at the start we have kind of already mentioned stable embankment and how it's like really important. So kind of like slightly, it's like when you state about the unstable embankment embankment that can lead to serious accidents, it's a little bit of a repetition, like varied but still kind of repetitive. And for B, again, the influenced by many factors, as you mentioned, it just says that when you say influenced by many factors, you can like improvise on many factors, and that's like the common improvement techniques are like given. So like that's how you go with B. Like I went with B. I wasn't sure though.
Yeah, I am not going with C for only this reason, only that because it nowhere says that it may lead to an accident. It is saying that it may lead to unacceptable, so it's just the interpretation, which is, that's why I'm going with B. Does it make sense to you, Satvika?
Yes, ma'am. I do.
May I know your marks, guys? Be very honest in telling me. Agrima, how much did you score?
29.
29. Okay. Pahi?
29.
29. Okay. Agrima, sorry, Satvika?
29 because the 30th one was wrong.
I understood. Okay. And how about you, Aditya?
20.
20. How come, Aditya, where were you wrong?
I don't know, ma'am. I went wrong in many places.
Oh. Not the meanings and all, na? Meanings and all were clear, na?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's just see the second test once. Adesh?
Actually, I just came on back.
I know you were not there in the call, but did you finish the test?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Adesh, can you just quickly check your test and tell me your marks, please? Okay, guys, shall we start with the test 2, practice exercise test 2?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead, page number 167. And Aditya, Satvika, I'll give you the break at 12. Okay, so 11:42, we have time. I would rather prefer that we finish this quickly. Practice exercise 2. Okay, you guys may start once. Guys, just excuse me for a minute. I'll be right back. Agrima, what happened there in the waiting room? Agrima's internet. Agrima?
Hello, ma'am. I'm really sorry. I got disconnected and then there was something wrong with my laptop. That's why it took so long. I've rejoined from my phone.
Yeah, I was just thinking what happened. Okay, no problem. So Satvika, Adesh, Agrima, Aditya, everyone, party, be honest, and it's 11:59, exactly at 12:15 will be back right now. Okay, have water, stretch, and come back fresh. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
see you, take care. Just putting it on mute, okay?
Rekha. Rekha.
Ma'am, could you check the chat box?